I'm checking in a hotel. I go, VOS, and the lady goes, "Is that it?" And like, no.
Is that it?
Yeah, no. After 3 letters, I usually take a break. I'll talk about addiction. I'll talk about my kids. I'll talk about my wife, who we have separate bedrooms, and
she really does hate you.
yeah.
Are
I
you
didn't
kidding?
My phone. I mean, it's my wife.
That is a rookie move, sir. You may have everything you need, but nobody. Really? His phone.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Hi.
It's radiology. Hello.
Oh.
You know, this last night I finished reading the 3rd step in my bed.
Okay.
And then I, spanked out a load. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Are you filming this too? Yeah.
Which part of the lights and the camera didn't totally land for you?
Oh, you're right. Am I your worst guest so far?
Yes.
Okay.
You are the worst guest I've had.
I'm Rich Vos. We're here doing a podcast. I just want to introduce myself, Rich Vos. She's just so, overwhelmed that she's doing this with me, that she came from Chicago selling newspapers. And
are you making fun of my chapeau? How dare you?
No, I like it. I love doing The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, and I love doing Good Vibrations.
Yeah,
Marky Mark.
Okay.
Looking great. Yeah.
There we go.
Touche, as they say in the comedy biz.
So I don't know what we were talking about.
You were introducing the show, and then you made fun of my hat, which wasn't nice.
No, I have
Is that the kind of comedy you do, that you're not nice to people? Well, I'm not. You just got there and like heckle the people?
No, I don't heckle people.
You just heckled me?
Well, that's not a heckle. That's an attack. Heckle's what you would do to me. That's not a heckle. That's a vicious attack.
Straight up attack.
Not even vicious. When people leave your show, you don't want, people will leave and go, "Oh, that comic was funny." What'd they say? I don't know. But you want people to leave knowing who you are. At least I do. Not every comic. I want people to know
who you are,
or my what do you call it? Yeah,
persona.
My beliefs or my opinions.
Because you think your beliefs and opinions are like superior and in need of being spread. Is it for you or is it for them?
It's for me. I can't change anybody's mind in life. But listen, as a Jew, with all the
I didn't notice.
With all the hats getting you away, the visor.
Okay, you know what?
No, don't take it off. It looks good. But look how beautiful you are. You're like a model.
You're
like a model.
Oh, you say that to all the sobriety podcast hosts.
No.
And there are many, by the way. Have you noticed there's like a lot of sobriety podcasts out there?
Are there now? There is. Years and years ago, when I probably had, where I said to this agent, "Come on, let's pitch a radio show, Radio to Recovery." This was before anything.
I love that.
He didn't do it, but I would have done this anyhow.
I had a similar, by the way, the Recovery Channel. When the Discovery Channel was big, I was like, what about the Recovery Channel? And you could go into meetings, and I realized, like, the whole point is, well, you know what? I just set up my own question for you.
What?
The reason why my idea for the Recovery Channel was never going to work out is because of the whole anonymous thing. And here you are, Rich Vos, with one S, totally blowing the doors off the whole anonymity thing by bringing cameras into your new special at Narcotics Anonymous meeting. You like how I just set you up to promote your thing?
Okay, first of all, yes. Rich Vos.
You're welcome.
Rich Vos Anonymous on Amazon.
One S.
Rich Vos Anonymous on Amazon. One, I don't break anybody's anonymity because, one, I don't show the audience ever. Two, I don't say NA or AA, I say 12-step program. So I'm not breaking any tradition. Also, too, it's a convention, not a meeting. There's a difference.
Why ever would you convene if you didn't have the addiction?
What's that?
Why would anyone want to convene at a convention if they weren't,
Yeah,
into
but
narcotics?
a convention is separate from a meeting. It's separate. It's two different, meetings. Like you go to a convention, it's just different than anybody. Well, anybody can go to a meeting too, but it's different. I don't know the and you would think after all the years I have.
Right, you seem like you're really about it. Like you are about 12-step programs.
Well, no, I mean, next month I'll have 39 years, but I did it all for you.
Thank you very much. Well, it was about time.
I did it all and 39 years, but...
And I'm only 39, so it was my whole life.
Get out of here. I thought you were like 27. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't like to really tell my age. It's 28.
27. So, I'm as sick as the next person. And I'll get back to that after this. No, when I go on stage and I say my beliefs or whatever, I think there's not enough awareness for some things. I'm not political. I just say, I try to be funny. I'll talk about addiction. I'll talk about my kids. I'll talk about my wife, who we have separate bedrooms.
Oh,
and
she really does hate you.
yeah. And we stopped that podcast.
Why?
We did like 580 episodes.
His wife, Bonnie McFarlane,
Yeah,
or Farlane?
Farlane.
I
think.
is also a comedian.
Yes.
She didn't want your 3-letter last name. She kept her
No.
whole thing.
Well, she uses it now not for comedy, but for
Right.
for
There's nothing
legal
funny
stuff.
about Vos.
No, it's the coolest fucking last name you'll ever hear.
All right, so my married last name is Ray, R-E-Y.
Yeah.
If I totaled up the amount of hours I spent going R-E-Y, to differentiate from R-A-Y, do you have to go Vos, one S?
Oh, well, not that. One time, I talk about this on stage. I'm checking in a hotel. I go, VOS, and the lady goes, "Is that it?" And no.
Is that it?
Yeah, no. After 3 letters, I usually take a break. No, I don't know how to spell my last name. You fucking moron.
Right, that's it. Sorry.
That's it.
It's all
Sorry.
I
Let me
am.
check my license. And
People, right?
I've had people go, when I was spelling my name, I go VOS. I've had people go VLS. Yeah, my last name has no vowels. No
right.
vowels.
Doesn't everybody have vowels?
Yeah.
So
you
someone's
gotta
got to have something, right?
Vowels.
How do you connect the stuff? Okay, sorry, we're talking
So-
about 10 things at once here. Your wife and you. So she's
Wait,
a
your
comedian.
sweater's making a political statement.
My sweater is making a political
The colors, yeah.
What statement?
Red and green.
That I love knockoff Gucci?
No. Is that?
It's like $19, yes.
Is it knockoff Gucci?
Knockoff Gucci.
Oh.
I only wear knockoffs.
Oh, okay.
Come on, podcast hosts don't get paid enough to have real Gucci.
I don't know. What did I just buy my wife? Oh, Chanel. What pocketbook?
Now
did I
you're
get?
showing off.
No, I don't know. I'm
Comedians do
a
pretty
headliner. What the fuck? So
So you had this podcast with your wife, Bonnie McFarlane, and it was called My Wife Hates Me.
we stopped it. We've done like 580 episodes with no guests ever. So it's after a while you're just going, this is 12 years, not enough sponsors. Yeah, it was more of an underground type podcast. A lot of comics listened to it or whatever. And we had a good
did it.
We had a good fan. We were just done.
I hear you.
I'm so done trying. I've done everything I do in this business now is a bonus because I've done everything I pretty much need to do.
So beautiful the way you just put that as a bonus as opposed to like, I did it all, so now it's just a slog. It's not a slog. You're looking at it as a bonus. I love that.
Bonus, I'm still working after 40 years. I'm a little older.
You're 45.
Huh?
You're 45.
To the
and I'm
second
28.
power.
Yeah.
I have hair, but so I've done enough.
You've done it.
And
You've
in
done
life, I look at a lot of people that used to open for me or who are friends are selling out Madison Square Garden, selling out arenas. People that open for selling out theaters, and I'm going, I have enough. There's no reason to, I have enough. I have 3 great daughters, 3 grandkids, another one on the way, a great house, every fucking thing I need.
Are
I
you
didn't turn
kidding?
my phone. I think it's my wife.
That is a rookie move, sir. You may have everything you need, but nobody. Really? His phone.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
It's radiology. Hello?
Oh, shit.
Sorry that phone went off. That's never happened in my whole life. 500 and some episodes.
I just don't want you to have cancer.
Oh, no. No, I set up my MRI when I get back from Vegas. I never do anything before I go on the road because I don't want to get fucking some bad news when I'm half across the country. I'd have an anxiety attack.
Word. Yes, I hear you. We don't want to do that.
I want to be home when I hear anything. When I hear anything from a doctor.
I am with you. I mean, there's nowhere really better than home anyway.
Yeah.
Right? And you've now been probably all over the world doing comedy. Is home the best place? Sorry, that was a stupid question, because if you don't say home's the best place, your wife and the kids and the grandkids are all going to freak the fuck out. So let's do it this way. How do you like being on the road after so many years of being on the road?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but home is the best place.
It's where the heart is.
I mean, I like to go on the road where I could play golf when it's warm, nice course. I have friends, a lot of friends from golf that I've made over the years around the country. So I'll go on the road, and sorry, that's a rookie move, turning the table.
Turning the table.
You know, like in 2 weeks I'll be in Vegas. It's not extremely warm, but it's a lot warmer than here. So
You're a fair-weathered comic.
and kind of when you're on the road, when I'm on the road, I don't deal with all the crap I have to deal with at home. Not that
I'm with you. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
when
vacation from that.
It's I get away. Listen, I have it down to a science. Even packing a suitcase, everything's down after years and years. Renting cars, bringing my golf clubs, unpacking, setting up my own coffee maker, doing whatever. I have
You're a superstar. What do you mean you're setting up your own coffee maker? Don't you have people for this?
I have a little French press and a collapsible pot that boils water, so it collapses.
No, I get it.
And then
I know what collapsible means.
Okay, collapsible. Then a French press. I like to press your head against the table, and I bring my own Dunkin' Donuts coffee because I like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Jeremy Strong, the guy from Succession and many things, he
yeah.
also brings his own French press. And I remember reading that and going, wow, that's really particular. And here you are doing the same thing.
Oh wait, did you have him as a guest?
No. As far as I know, he's not struggling with his sobriety. Maybe.
No, but I just saw him somewhere doing something. Oh, we just
not
watched
here.
a TV show. I think he was on playing a character.
Well, it wasn't as good as what you're doing here. I'll tell you that, Rich Vos.
Listen to me. This goes right on top of the bio.
Okay, well, thanks for coming
No.
on the show. I think my next guest, Jeremy Strong, is around the corner right now with his French press. What's the greatest gift you got from your drinking and using days?
I think learning from a young age about the the notion of progress, not perfection. Like, I am a work in progress. I am not complete. I will never be complete, in my journey of, healing, if you will. And that it's not like, hey, take this magic pill and you're good. It's something you have to work at every day.
Where do you live?
In Jersey, Hillsborough.
Oh my God! So you need like a passport and shots and stuff to come here into the
It's a
city.
fucking hour away, and I have an acre of property. I live around the corner from farms. I have golf courses. I have an in-ground pool. I have a sauna I have a workout room in my basement that's as nice as a gym. I have
What's the
golf
difference between
nets.
a workout room and a gym?
I guess a gym, other members belong. A workout room is your own workout room.
Yeah, semantics. We're in the weeds now because any room where you're working out is a workout room, even if it's a gym.
No.
Really?
You live in New York?
Not only do I live within the boroughs of New York City, but I live right on the beach.
Oh, Howard Beach?
No, Coney Island. You're gonna.
That's a nice place.
You're gonna eat your words
That's a
when
nice
you see
place
where I live.
If you're a bullet.
Okay. All right.
Is it a condo?
No, it's not a condo. It's a house, and it's right on the sand. And it saved
yeah?
my life, to tell you the truth. And we're not here to talk about me, but
Yes, we are. Go ahead.
no. Listen, I got sober before I moved to the beach. However, I've narrowed it down to a science, which is that any healing you need to do, it'll go 30% faster if you're living on the beach. The water does the work. It heals you. I'm sorry.
Salt water?
It just does. Any water heals you. This particular water healed me. So I'm perfect now. But you know what I'm saying? I was in a bad way when I moved to Coney Island, and then it, over 7 years, transformed me inside and out.
Well, that's great.
I used to be a black man.
Who's not?
Anyway, you live in a dope place.
No, but I mean, it's if you're happy wherever you're at, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Are you happy where you're at?
Yeah, especially right now. I'm happy here.
Good.
This is a beautiful hotel. We stayed here before. It's got
Have
a
you?
lot of history.
Yep. You're familiar with the round table, right?
Yeah, but I think it was in the other room.
Why do you have to ruin like everything? Why can't you just roll with it? Go along to get along, you know how it is. Improv, you never say no, yes and.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that gum?
Nicorette gum.
Oh, ugh. Okay. Anywho, all right. So thank you.
Wait,
All right. So you
hold
have.
on. Are you filming this too? Yeah.
Which part of the lights in the camera didn't totally land for you?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're a wise ass. I like that.
Yeah. Well, learning from the best over here. 1S.
Wise ass.
Yeah.
Who says that anymore?
What?
You're
A wise
you're a
ass?
wise ass.
You're a real wise cracker. Anyway, I didn't mean to call you a cracker.
Yes. I'm a Jew. I'm not white.
Yeah. Okay. So we're here to talk about sobriety.
Yes.
Were you?
Am I your worst guest so far?
Yes. You
Okay,
are the
good.
worst guest I've had. There are no worst guests. You're all the best guests.
I'm the best.
You're the best. It's
Okay, what do you need to know about sobriety?
I mean,
I was at a meeting this morning online.
I love the online.
Well, I like going in person, but I had no problem driving to get my alcohol or drugs, so I should have no problem driving to
get to a meeting.
a meeting. But
All right, so I don't know a lot about your backstory. I don't know if you want to tell it, but I would.
whatever, nothing. I hold. Anything
right, let's hear
you
it.
need to know.
Okay, what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now.
It was bad. It's good. It's better.
Yeah. Thank you. Jeremy, you're next.
Terrible. I mean, addiction.
Addiction.
It doesn't matter if you come from a great family, if you come from the worst family, if you're rich, poor. It's in some people, and it's not in some people. And once you cross that fine line of social use to addiction, there's really no turning back. Like, I wish I was a social
Anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Same.
I don't have 2 pairs of sneakers. I have at least 60 pairs, 50 to 60 pairs of sneakers.
The flexing that's going on from this man is like remarkable.
The what?
I have an in-ground pool and 60 pairs of sneakers.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So good being a touring comic.
Don't forget the sauna.
Oh, the sauna, right. And the wife has a Chanel bag, whereas
2
mine
Lexus.
are knockoffs.
2 Lexus.
Lexi?
2 Lexuses. I bought my daughter a car on her birthday.
Oh, nice.
Anyhow,
That's really good. How's your 401k? Oh, you don't have one because you're self-employed.
no, I do. Not a
Jesus.
401k. I have
An IRA?
SEP.
I don't know
And
that.
then
That
I
sounds
have
like
some
something in
other
New
thing.
Jersey.
I have something else that the fucking bank sold me.
Yeah, right.
I go, okay, I'll do that.
Here comes the sucker.
So, starting off, like any, drinking, getting high, and whatever, and just the progression, of never enough or not the right, or loving what I try, some things I hated, and then, you start freebasing, and then
It's not free. Freebasing ain't free.
No, people are snorting coke, and you're like, that's like reading a book backwards now,
I know what you're talking. I have honestly no idea what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying it's so after you freebase, you don't ever want to snort it again.
Oh.
You're at a different level.
Oh.
You're at a different level.
Level up.
So, after 2 or 3 years of that, many, many nightmare stories. I mean, I can go into fucking war stories forever. Hospitals, institutions, whatever. Like they say, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, or whatever.
Were you married while you were doing all this?
Never, no.
You've been married in sobriety?
Twice. Yeah, my first marriage, I guess that was like 5 years now, and neither one of my wives are in recovery in any way.
That's so interesting.
They don't have addictions, and then I put myself in rehab. The greatest rehab I went to was in Jersey, called New Hope Foundation in Marlboro, and I remember they said, you got to, and I was only doing comedy for like maybe 3 years. I stunk anyhow at the time.
Not
Yeah.
you. What were you doing before?
Everything. I had businesses that failed, remodeling, painting, sales, you name it, whatever the fuck to get by.
Okay.
And in rehab, they go, you got to quit comedy for a year. And the thing is, I did comedy, I think, the night I got out of rehab. But the key to me was I surrendered. I go, this is it. I knew that was it.
Was there a moment like that? You're like, you know what? I'm not going to go freebase tonight. I'm going to go to New Hope in Marlboro.
Well, I knew I was going. I mean, I remember one. It just kept getting worse and worse. Car accidents, owing money everywhere.
Who was around you? Wasn't anyone saying like, friend, you got to get this under control?
No, because I was hanging with people that did it.
Right.
That
right.
did the same thing I was doing.
Misery company, that whole thing.
All that bullshit.
Right. So okay. So how did you rise from the ashes of that?
I said enough. I don't want to. Got dropped off at rehab. Lied to get in. When I was in there, I told them it was a state-funded rehab, but I lied, and I told them after a week or so, and they go, "We don't care. You're here."
What was the lie?
That it may be something to do with insurance or tax. So I put myself in rehab, surrendered, and a lot of people out there think, I don't know. And I've said this and heard this and done, your life, who knows where your life will go if you get sober. But I do know as a fact, at some point, the obsession and compulsion will be lifted. I know at some point.
Yes.
And that's what addiction is, obsession. Whatever you're addicted to, if there's a physical addiction, heroin, whatever I never had a physical addiction. That's out of your system in a week, 2 weeks, whatever. It's the mental addiction to deal with, the obsession and compulsion.
Yeah.
And that will be lifted.
So interesting that you say you never had a physical addiction. How would you know? Like,
how do I know?
How did you know the difference between a physical addiction and a mental addiction?
Because a physical addiction, you get sick if you don't have what you're addicted to.
Right.
And I never got sick. I mean, I, for years, have been on anxiety medicine, and people say I should take, but I had the lowest form, and I only take a half.
Listen, friend, you don't have to justify that to me.
I listen to my doctor. Okay.
Right. 100%. It's so limiting when people say you can't have meds for health.
That's bullshit.
Look, I don't like to take a lot of stands, but I'm taking one now.
Yeah.
If your health isn't good and it's something that can be fixed with medicine, fucking take it.
Yeah, they would never say don't take cancer medication.
I mean, it's crazy.
But you know what?
We're talking about very orthodox sobriety people
Here's the thing too, though. If you are prescribed one and you're taking 3, then there's a problem. If you're prescribed one and you're melting it down and shooting it, there's a problem. You have to do what you're told. So I'm prescribed the least amount, and I take half of that, and it's maybe once a week. Maybe it depends. It depends. No physical addiction to it, because I can go a month without doing it. 2 months. So physical addiction, you're physically addicted to something. It's just how it is. I have such shoulder pain, but I don't even take aspirins because after a while they won't work.
That's right.
So why am I going to do it? Why am I, once in a while I'll put an icy hot, which doesn't do shit.
It's
but
so cute the way you say icy hot.
I do it for you.
Thank you.
Everything's for you.
I know.
Icy hot. And no one's ever.
What are we talking about?
No one's ever liked how I said icy hot before. It's so nice that somebody likes that I say icy hot.
It's charming.
So the obsession and compulsion will be lifted. Your life, who knows which way it'll go, but you'll be able to handle whatever comes at you a lot easier being sober than being active. Because you're going to, if you're active, you're still going to have to handle whatever's coming at you, and it's going to be a lot harder.
It's worse, yes.
And it'll probably be 2 days late, and then it'll even get worse, whatever you got to fucking handle.
100%. Yes, I love the line, there's no problem that a drink can't make worse.
Yeah.
And it is so true.
I heard a great one in rehab. The Mustard Seed group from New York came to our rehab and spoke. And one guy said, sobriety or recovery. When God gives you a gift, you don't give it back. Like when they do the Lord's Prayer, I don't do it because I'm a Jew. I feel weird.
Jews love the Lord.
I think that's not our prayer. I don't know.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the words. Do you
No,
love the
I
Lord
know.
or not?
I believe in a power greater than me. I don't know who or what or where. This last night I finished reading the third step in my bed.
Okay.
And then I, spanked out a load. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I don't even do that
He
anymore.
said spanked out a load. I'm going to puke on the round table at the Algonquin.
Sorry.
You are? Yes, thank you. Apology accepted.
I'm addicted to anything that makes me feel good. Mm-hmm. You
Are
know
you
what I
addicted
mean?
to me right now?
What's that?
Are you addicted to me right now?
The second I laid eyes on you.
Okay, just
Hey,
checking.
you're married.
Yes,
So
I am.
How long are you married?
22 years.
See, I'm over 19. Tell the truth.
It's the best.
Do you still kiss?
The truth is, yes, I think that all parts of a marriage get more interesting the longer you're in it.
We don't really do anything anymore.
Why?
I don't know. She's
this
older.
part of your
She's
act?
older than you. No. We have separate bedrooms.
Why?
I snore and I come in late. But
Okay.
and it's just, I don't know. We've been 20 years. Some people are different. We're older.
Do you miss it?
My sexual fantasies are so far fucking gone in my head.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like
yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
It's just beyond control, the
I hear
shit
you.
that goes on in my
So you're
head.
having lots of sex
No.
in your head.
In my head.
It's fine. Great.
In my head.
Yeah, fine.
Because
So you're
I-
satisfied.
Well, I guess I am because, I'm older. Before I was married, it was easy to meet girls. I'm on stage.
Fish
It was
in a
easy.
barrel.
It was easy. Now I'm on stage talking about my wife, my kids.
Right. No one's slipping you their number.
In my head, I'm 30.
Yeah.
But physically,
You're
like
20.
I look at people my age,
All right, how old are you? You keep talking about being older. How old are you?
67.
You do not look it.
You're not an MRI, but I work out. I try to be healthy.
I know you have a workout room in your
I'll show you a
basement.
picture if you want to.
I mean, I believe you. I have also a very good imagination.
I don't know. You're married so long too. Besides being two people that are in love or whatever, it's like a business too.
Of course,
It's
yes.
a business,
Yes.
Plus,
Yes.
we're both in the same business.
Do you compete?
Not really, no.
Would
Sometimes
she
I
answer
get
that the same way?
No, she doesn't compete. She's doing really well. She just wrote for the Golden Globes.
You're on fucking Soberness. You're doing great.
I wrote for 2 Oscars in my career. She wrote for Golden Globes, MTV Awards. We're for our age and as long to be relevant still, it's pretty tough in this. You're competing with fucking young internet
Preschoolers,
sensations
yeah,
that have really not a lot of content but a lot of followers. But I don't. That's how the world is. It's all
how the world is.
It's all about numbers. It's not quality. It's quantity.
For some people, I would like to maintain quality.
Yes.
And listen, we are above a certain age. We didn't grow
Yes.
up with things the way they are with social. So I sort of made a decision getting into this when we started this podcast that it can't just be about the social numbers. It just can't.
No.
I want to have great conversations, and I'm having one right now.
Thank
and
you.
that's what's important to me.
Well,
and,
yeah.
And the social stuff, of course, is very important. It's marketing, all the things. But anyway, the goal shouldn't be the numbers.
No, it should.
That's one to grow on.
I can't. What's that?
That's one to grow on. I just gave you some advice.
Yes. No, the thing is too. I'm dealing with clubs
Yeah.
that don't have that mindset. There was. I'll tell you, there was 2 club owners or promoters online arguing, and this is on Facebook or Instagram. I don't remember. One's going, "I'm old school. I believe in, talent." Then the other one's like, I got to keep the doors open. It's a numbers game. So I wrote to the guy that said, got to keep the doors open. I said, if you went to a restaurant, ordered a plate of spaghetti, but it was the biggest plate of spaghetti you ever had, but it tasted disgusting, would you go back? You know?
Right.
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 So it's
Point taken.
it's not the numbers. To me, it's always quality over quantity.
I find you to be a man of high quality.
No, it is.
I
Thank
do.
you. It's quality over quantity because the quick fix never works.
Right.
In comedy, in life, in anything.
In sobriety,
Sobriety.
bringing it full circle.
Yeah. The quick fix doesn't work. It just, you got to build on whatever. You know, listen, I've been around in recovery for a long time. There's a lot of things I don't do right. I have a semi-sponsor now. You know, I stopped going to meetings sometimes for a year, 2 years. But during the pandemic, when I started going to Zoom, now I go to like 3 a week. Before the pandemic, I would pop in, pop out, you know. I just thought I had it, but I didn't. You know, I was too miserable, too unhappy for somebody who's, you know.
Yeah. For someone who's been given this gift of sobriety, you do not give it back.
Yeah. I always, throughout, would try to carry the message the best way I could.
Yeah.
Even talk about it on stage, which is arrogant going, I'm here to carry the message, you know.
No, I don't think so. I think we got to make something good out
Yes.
of all the crap we wrought when we were using.
Yeah.
So if it's spreading the message, great.
Oh, yeah. And I'll help anybody that asks for help, you know.
Do you want to just say your phone number right now so that everybody can call you if they need help?
No, email me.
Okay, right.
Email.
What's your email address?
My email, rich@richvos.com.
That's Voss with one S.
Rich@richvos.com.
Listen, richvoss.com. Thank you so much for being here.
And go to my special on Amazon,
Special
Rich
on
Vos Anonymous. Anonymous, Rich Vos. Not just anonymous. You have to put Rich Vos
Anonymous, right? Because if it's the other anonymous, it's the computer hacker thing, and that's a different show.
Yes, but this was well worth the drive, and I thank you for having me.
I thank you for coming.
I think, what time is it? Oh, shit, it's that early?
I know. Should we go out and get a drink?
5 more minutes. Not drink, that's for pussies.
Pussies.
I'm going up to 158th.
You know, I would say that we could talk all day, but you can hear when the bottles and the silverware start
Yes.
crashing at the Algonquin, it's like the universe saying,
You have
"Wrap
another
it up."
guest, too, don't you?
No.
Is that your husband?
That is not my husband, sir.
What's your husband do for a living?
He's
Could
a
you
producer
tell
at 60 Minutes.
me? Is he?
Yeah. He's investigating you, in fact.
What's the? I heard they did a very, very anti-Israel
No,
segment.
no,
I didn't
no,
see it. I
no,
didn't
no,
see
that
it.
was not anti-Israel. It was a report of the facts of what's going on. And I don't know why everybody went crazy over that, but Elon Musk can do a Hitler sign, and the ADL's like, oh, sounds good to us.
First of all, that wasn't a Hitler sign. There's a picture of 1,000 people, left and right, doing that. You know, I'm sure it wasn't. Whatever.
Why is
But
everybody so
I'm not
sweet
pro-
on Elon?
I'm not pro or anti. I don't give a fuck. He's a billionaire. He's not.
He doesn't give a fuck about us.
There's nothing that we have in common. We know the same people, but
Well,
there's
you
nothing
both
we have.
are trying to say that his Hitler sign wasn't a Hitler sign, so you got that going.
Well, I can show you a picture of Hillary and all of them. It's all, look, politics, both sides have been hijacked by extremists. Both sides, the left and the right.
Yep.
There's no middle ground anymore. There's no, hey, I'll listen to that. Liberalism back in the 60s was open-mindedness. Now it's this. Conservatives, it's all been hijacked.
Yes.
Everything.
You are
Everything.
correct. Listen,
So
before we
I
get
just
into
heard it. I didn't see it. I just heard that they
right,
did.
okay, but isn't that interesting? He didn't see the piece, but here's
I
going to
just
like
read
say
online.
the thing, and now you're going to repeat
No,
this, and it's going to go all over the world.
No, I didn't say they did it. I said I heard they did something. I didn't say
No,
they
it's a
did
very
something.
fine reporter, Cecilia Vega. The piece was not anti-Semitic. You know.
Okay, then it wasn't.
Then it wasn't.
Then it wasn't. You know, I didn't do any research because it's not going to make any difference in my life. I can't change what's going on in the world. I can't change what's going on in Ukraine. I can only try to carry my message online. And what goes on in the Middle East has been going on for years. What I just want to see stop is the anti-Semitism on college campuses,
Yes, that is a good message.
where kids shouldn't have to suffer and not be able to get to class or be harassed they have nothing to do with anything.
Right.
So
leave the kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone.
Leave transgender kids alone.
Yeah.
Leave gay kids, leave black kids, leave Jewish kids. School is for learning, not for your political agenda. All right? It's for learning.
Learning. Listen, I've learned a lot here today.
Excuse me.
Ah!
Did something fall?
He's coming apart. Okay. And, are you okay? Yes. Do I have to bring in backup? Heimlich? Do you need the Heimlich?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth.
Thank you. Come on,
for
bring it in.
having
Bring it in. Hey, thanks for checking out the show. Once again, this is Soberness. Please don't hesitate to follow us, to like us, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. It'll help us out a lot. And drop us a line. Let us know how we're doing, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, and tell us your own sober story. Thank you so much. Again, this is Soberness.